Start. Okay. Start with the Anulom Vilom. Anulom Vilom. Okay. Can you see this? This should be here. Breathe in deeply. Hold here and breathe out. Now breathe in deeply from here. When you do this exercise, come prepared with your tissue paper or rumal, you see. Okay. And then you do a couple bath, you see. Now this is bumblebee. Right. Breathe in deeply and then make a sound like a bumblebee. These lips, close the lips, but not very much. Do M. Good. Okay. Now, breathe through the nose and breathe out through the nose as well. Now we do the 4, 7, 8. Breathe in at the count of 4, hold your breath at the count of 7, and breathe out at the count of 8. And when you breathe in, make sure that your tummy is out and not your chest. The best way to make sure, just do this, keep one hand of yours on your chest, the other one on your tummy. So breathe in at the count of 4, hold the count of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then try and do this exercise twice a day, in the morning when you wake up and before you go to bed. Get a nice sleep. All those people with anxieties and others, this really helps very much. You go to Google and type Dr. Whiteman or something, I forgot his name, and he shows you exactly this type of exercise. Now we do the tapping exercise. You start with this. Make sure it's the fingers, not here. It's the fingers that touch this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now the other hand. Doing this. So that enforced you. That enforced your belief. What you are doing actually is reactivating various organs of your body by tapping this. Okay. Right. I saw some people doing this in the train. Okay. Now here. Now here. Now under your eyes. Under your nose. The center of your chin here. Now on your collarbone, go 4 fingers down here and a little bit this way and tap here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is quite beneficial, isn't it? Now under your arm, 4 fingers down, and then tap here. Now the other arm. Now here. Thank you. Now today, as I said last time to you, that this time we are not going to do stretch exercise because of the time constraint. We will do cardiovascular exercise. Now this could be a bit intense for some people. If you can't do it, then don't overdo it. Just try to do slow pace. But it's very good for your heart because you become breathless. It's important that once or twice a day you get out of breath. That's good for the brain as well. Good for those people who are forgetful as well. This is a proven exercise. Okay? Now, if you could all stand up. At the end, when I ask you to walk this way and make sure there is a space between the 2 chairs, you see? At the moment, just straight. Now, walk on the floor. Just Just do that, yeah. Raise your leg a bit, not too much, not too much. You will get tired, not too much. Otherwise you'll get tired soon. I won't ask you to jog or to run. If you can't, say for example, go for a walk because of the climate, you can do this very well and you get even better sort of results in this, you see. Keep on doing this. You can see how sort of hard it may be for some people. Right, okay. Now the next one, I don't know whether we'll be able to do it here or shall I ask you to come over there? It's better because of the chairs. It might be blocking you. So if you could kindly line up here, I think it's better. But keep yourself a little bit space. All right? Are you ready? Go. Take, hi. Go forward, backward. Forward, backward. Forward, backward. See what I'm doing? Forward, backward. Forward, backward. Forward, this way. Backward. Forward, now do this way. Backward. Belly, you. Belly, you. Try this. Let's see how I do it. If you can't do, don't do it. Okay? Yallah. Right, now, this way. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Punch. Punch. This way, you, punch. And you. All right, now, see what I do. Hey. Right, okay, now, stand this way, all of you. Now, walk up to there about 8, and then walk back if you are able to. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now try and walk back, but be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go back.
مقبول باي مقبول باي ولسان سورة القرآن فراس محمد وآل محمد صلوات
محمد وآل محمد صلوات. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بفضل بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون. هو الذي خلقكم من طين ثم قضى أجلا وأجل مسمى عنده ثم أنتم تمترون. وهو الله في السماوات وفي الأرض يعلم سركم وجهركم ويعلم ما تكسبون. وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين. فقد كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم فسوف يأتيهم أنباء ما كانوا به يستهزئون. ألم يروا كم أهلكنا من قبلهم من قرن مكناهم في الأرض ما لم نمكن لكم وأرسلنا السماء عليهم مدرارا وجعلنا الأنهار تجري من تحتهم فأهلكناهم بذنوبهم وأنشأنا من بعدهم قرنا آخرين. ولو نزلنا عليك كتابا في قرطاس فلمسوه بأيديهم لقال الذين كفروا إن هذا إلا سحر مبين. وقالوا لولا أنزل عليه ملك ولو أنزلنا ملكا لقضي الأمر ثم لا ينذرون. ولو جعلناه ملكا لجعلناه رجلا وللبسنا عليهم ما يلبسون. ولقد استهزئ برسل من قبلك فحاك بالذين سخروا منهم ما كانوا به يستهزئون. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Can you please listen to our Quran recitation, please?
In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent. This is, by the way, Surah Al-An'am. I recited 10 ayat, the first 10 ayat of Surah Al-An'am. All praise belongs to Allah who created the heavens and the earth and made the darkness and the light. Yet the faithless equate others with their Lord. It is He who created you from clay, then ordained the term of your life. The specified term is with Him, and yet you are in doubt. He is Allah in the heavens and on the earth. He knows your secret and your overt matters, and He knows what you earn. There did not come to them any sign from among the signs of their Lord, but they used to disregard it. They have certainly denied the truth when it came to them, but soon there will come to them the news of what they have been deriding. Have they not regarded how many a generation we have destroyed before them, whom we had granted power in the land in respects that we did not grant you, and we sent abundant rains for them from the sky, and made streams run for them. Then we destroyed them for their sins, and brought forth another generation after them. Had we sent down to you a book on paper so they could touch it with their own hands, still the faithless would have said, there is nothing but plain magic. They say, why has not an angel been sent down to him? Were we to send down an angel, the matter would surely be decided, and then they would not be granted any respite. Had we made him an angel, we would have surely made him a man, and we would have surely confounded them just as they confound the truth now. Apostles were certainly derided before you. Then those who ridiculed them were besieged by what they used to deride. Sadaqallahu al-Aliyyul Azim. Surah Al-Fatiha. Ahsan.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I've got a couple of announcements here. Co-age Senior Network are holding Eid al-Fitr gathering on Sunday, 19th of May at Hyderabad Islamic Center. We arranging a transport from here on a coach. Those people who want to join us, the cost is £15 per head. The coach will leave here at 8:30 in the morning, and hopefully by 4 o'clock we'll be leaving at Hyderabad. And it says here, please, we need to be able to send them the number of people going, ladies and gents, by 1st of May. So we need to be able to register ourselves as soon as possible, please. So by end of this month, we need to let them know how many members are going from our side here. And payments must be made by 8th of May. So everybody who wants to go should pay at the desk there by 8th of May, please. I think that's clear, yeah? And any question, please come and say me, and I'll try and also Azad is going to put that in our WhatsApp group, all the details. So now I'll request you all to please say Fatiha for a very well-known person, Mustafa Karmali Nasser, who passed away, I think, in Mombasa. He passed away there. And also, today is a Chalis Majlis of Marhuma Layla Bai Wali Muhammad Keshavji and all our Mahramin. Al-Fatiha. I request now, Dr. Sab, sorry, Murtaza.
Before you get up, careful, you might trip over the wires.
Oh, thank you, Murtaza. Thank you. Dr. Sab.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm a doctor, I'm a GP, but why am I presenting an article about the Quran? I have studied under, say, Dr. Rizvi before, a long time back, and he taught me a lot of Quranic and also Dinyat. And so that helped me to start the beginning. Then finally, after medicine, I got into the Hausa. 5 years, full Hausa course I did. And I told them when I started, I said, I don't want the turban at the end of it all. I told them that. They were really surprised. I said, I don't want the turban. I just wanted for my knowledge. Because I've studied the body, now I want to know something about the soul. And this is what I told them. And that's why they respected my wishes and didn't get a turban because of that. So I learned from, and my teacher at that time, the principal was Agha Shomali. So I always referred to him for any questions I have, because we don't know everything. God knows everything. But for Quranic verses, we have to get people who are more knowledgeable. So Agha Shomali, I considered, because he was my teacher and he was the principal of the House Libya in London. So I always reverted to him to help with any questions I have. And you'll see, I've quoted him a lot in this lecture of mine that I'm giving, because everything I have has been certified by him as well. Because without him, I wouldn't be able to present it. Now, so now this thing, Assalamu ala khayri khalki manuri arshi sahib taha yasin ahmad Mustafa Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. اللهم صل على عبدنا محمد ثم فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم كتابه أفلا يدبر القرآن أو أم على قلوبهم أقفالهم. The Surah Muhammad, verse 4, chapter 47, verse 34. So this tells us all of us, not only the alims, that they should study the Quran. We should all study the Quran. And then if we have any questions, we can ask the learned people who are with us, like I asked Abu Shamali to confirm what I think. So, and then he confirmed what I thought, and that's why I can present it to you. So this is very important, because we might have different ideas, but we should just believe that the Quran is meant for alims to study, but for all of us, because Quran is addressed to all of us. So that's important. They say, will they not ponder of the Quran, or their locks upon their hearts? According to Hans Ware Arabic Dictionary, Hans Ware Arabic Dictionary is a dictionary which is used in the Hausa. It is used, at the moment I'm doing Arabic post-graduation studies, and somebody is an international teacher. He's younger than me. He's as old as my son, literally. But he is a very, very capable teacher. He uses the Medina type of Arabic to teach the Quran. So it is very good, the books that he teaches. So I'm still learning from him, and I always pass some material to him as well to confirm before I present it. So in the Hans Ware the Arabic Dictionary, Dabar means to organize, manage, frame, regulate, manage, well, work up. So Quran expects us all to deeply study it, for all of us, not only the alims. Quran is meant for everybody. Everybody should read the Quran, and they should understand it. That's why learning Arabic is so important. For example, in Surah Al-Waqiyah, Quran is translated in most translations as a benefit to the Bedouins of the Village of Wonders. Al-Qawi means strong. So it says, we have made it a reminder and provision. Now, some people have translated as the travelers, but this Qawi cannot be that. And I presented to Shumali. I said, this can't be the translation of this verse, because what would the Bedouin of the desert know about the Quran? They would know nothing. Like this Mufti of Arabia who translated that who is born blind here and one will be blind hereafter forever, be lost. And then Ayat al-Mashriqim had to tell him that this blindness is not blindness of the eyes, but is blindness of the heart and the soul. So it is important that we understand these things. The Quran was addressed to all humanity, not only to the famous translators like Allama Tabatabai of Al-Bizan, Ayatollah Muqaddir al-Shirazi of Tafsir al-Namuna, Wagha Puya Yazdi, Ibn Ahmadi's commentary and translation. This is so dear to me because I was given it as my wedding gift by Bilal Muslim Mission through Ahmad Sharif Devji. So I have got it still with me and I still read it from that time. I read it all the time. So in many people have translated Al-Qawi as wanderers in the desert. I discussed with our Shamali. It should be interpreted as the Quran in Natik because they are the people it was revealed to. We see Imam Ali had presented the full Quran with a commentary, and Murtaza can confirm it. He presented to Abu Bakr to present it to the people. But Abu Bakr rejected it because it had a lot of Ahl Bayt inside it, and they didn't want Ahl Bayt praises to be given. So this is why we have lost out. Now all these ulamas are trying to translate to make it like Imam Ali's translation, but it is difficult because it is lost until Imam Zabana comes. It will come with him, inshallah. And another ayat of Quran, it says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, نزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين لا يزيد الظالمون إلا خسارة. We have set down of the Quran with its healing and mercy for the believers, but it does not increase the wrongdoers except in loss. So when we translate the Quran and feel something is wrong and you have to correct it, we have to resort to the experts, because he was my teacher and he was the dean and the head of the Hausa. I always resort to Akashmali or Bahmanpur. If I can get him down, Bahmanpur is in Iran, so I can't get him down. That's the problem. So I always resort to them before I make up my mind. So who has ever received the Quran should be receptive to it. You should be receptive to the Quran. You shouldn't just take it to find faults with it. You should take it to understand it and to digest it. And then there is another ayat of Quran, chapter 6, verse 95, which was Surah Al-An'am, which has been recited very ably by Agham Maqbool here, which is fantastic. It was fantastic. It said, وَهُوَ الَّذِي فَرَقَ الْحَبَّ وَالنَّوَىٰ, verse 6 of Surah Al-An'am. Now, most translators have translated it as seed and date seeds. It's repeating the word twice. So I sought Agha Shumani's opinion on this, as Hans Weber Dictionary and Al-Ma'adi translated An-Nawa is a nucleus. An-Nawa is a nucleus. So it means, if we translate the nucleus, it means 1400 years ago. Quran told us about the new splitting of the sun, nucleus in the sun, which gives us energy. Because the splitting of the fission is called nuclear fission and fusion, it produces a lot of energy. So with the Quran is a gem, and we should study it as much as we can. But if you have problems to understand anything, always resort to somebody who knows more. And I resort to Agha Shamali or Muhammad Food when, if it is available. Agha Shamali replied, nucleus is the second level of translation of Ad-Dawa. The first level is a date seed. So that was his answer. You see, because the sun's nuclear fission and fusion can release a lot of energy. As energy of the light, the leaf uses it in photosynthesis to make sugar, which is transported to the fruits and makes the fruits sweet. Fruits are eaten by animals, including man, and to live. So every energy of us comes from the sun, and it comes through the animals we eat or the fruits or vegetables which we eat. Then I had another question. That's a question I had with him. And because even if you to Agha Puya Yazdi, he said he splits the seeds and the nucleus. Yaqub has put it as splitting the grain in their cell. You see, all these ulamas are trying to translate it. They are very clever, of course. They are much more clever than any of all of us. But they're translating it to make it as Imam Ali's translation. But that is lost until Imam Zamana comes. So we have to wait until he comes to get the real answer of everything. But we have to still do research into the Quran. So I said, is it possible that it's one way of the meaning of the word, though the first layer is apparent meaning, it seems to be more about foodstones. Nuclear fission provides us sun's energy. Nuclear fission provides us sun's energy. And looks, it is more profound. And it means Quran describes how we got our energy for which we survived 1400 years ago. It's amazing if you think about it. Absolutely amazing. I pointed this to our Shamali. He agreed with me and he said it is the second level of translation of Nawa. And now we go to Surah Najma. Surah Najma, it says, verse 46, Inna khalaqna Zakariya wal untha min nutfatin iza tumna. We have created male and female from the sperm as it comes out. If King Hedwig VIII, to get a male heir, would have read and understood the Quran, he wouldn't have killed so many wives for not bringing a male heir. Even the king of Egypt, Fuad, I think his name was, he tried to get a male heir for his. So many people do that, but it is the man's fault if because he has got the XY chromosome, as I'll explain further. The sperm dictates the sex of the child, for the female egg has only X chromosome. I've got it in the slide. I hope they've done it, they've put it up, because the female egg ovum has got an X chromosome, doesn't have an Y chromosome. It can't make a male. And plus it has mitochondria to build up the body. Mitochondria actually makes you, develops all the chromosomes and builds up the body. So we need the lady to get a child. So as a slide we show. I hope it has come up. I read in the BMG editorials that they can centrifuge the sperms for sex selection. XY male generating chromosomes are lighter and are found on the surface, while XX female chromosomes are heavier and are deposited at the bottom of the centrifuge tube. So Quran has got everything inside, science, biology, whatever you have, it covers the whole topic. It covers from energy of the sun to male and female to everything. I discussed this finding with Marhum Habib Bhai Sharif Devji as soon as I saw it. And he agreed with me. And so did Agha Shumali and other scholars I discussed. I have to resort to scholars because I don't know everything. I'm a medical man, but I have to resort to the experts in this field before we make up our mind. In most cases, the female is XX and the male is XY. Every individual must have at least one X chromosome. Since the female is XX, the eggs have only one single X chromosome. Hope this slide has come up. If it hasn't, I'll just go on talking about it. It says one, and it is mitochondria. The sperm doesn't have mitochondria, which builds the body, which builds the baby in the womb. Surah Najm, verse 45. So, male have XX and XY chromosomes, so female have only X chromosomes. So in Surah Nur, for example, it says, the houses which are elevated. Now again, our alim has mentioned this, and it is in translations, that these are not metaphorical houses being elevated, but spiritual. Nur has mentioned it, our resident alim. So this is important to understand this. So in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 2 to 3, An-Nisa'u harthun lakum. Fatu harthakum anna shaitum faqaddimu lianfusikum, meaning your wives are the tilth for you. Approach your tilth when you will, but do some good deeds beforehand. And fear God, you're going to meet Him. The hearth is where we grow babies, and that's our wives. And we have another verse of Quran in Surah Yasin, verse 12, it says, وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ فِي إِمَامٍ مُبِينٍ. Everything has been recorded in the Quran. So you don't need to resort to academia to get it. It's in the Quran, everything in the Quran. So people sometimes get confused with academia and religious obligations. Academia, according to its dictionary meaning, means life, sciences, world of teachers. Quran covers it all, as you can see in some examples given above. Quran is all comprehensive. When the second caliph said, Hasbuna Kitabullah, he was not speaking the false, but he didn't follow it himself, because if it has got all obeyed in it, that's the problem. So it was also been reported that Abu al-Aswad al-Duali, under Imam Ali's translations, was first to instruct in Arabic grammar. Imam Ali is the Quranic Natik, because we have Quranic Natik, Quranic Samit. Quranic Samit is the Quran. Quranic Natik, Ahlul Bayt, and Imam Ali is the ace of them all. And he taught Arabic grammar through Abu Aswad al-Duali to this Arabic grammar. So even grammar has been taught by Quranic Natik, which is part of the Quran. Brother Hassan Pyari Mizadi asked me to mention about the new COVID strain vaccine. Can I mention it? Because there's something not to do with this topic. It's totally different. I have to take permission to do that. Dr. Kumar, the NHS consultant, I put it in a paper, I circulated it in the document, latest document. He said he lost 5 members of his family died of this COVID variant disease. 5 members died in Bombay, and because they can't be brought here with visa regulations. So he's a consultant, Dr. Kumar. His elderly mom can't cope, and visa restrictions prevent him from bringing over. It is mentioned, Dr. I've circulated the members. So please, if you're offered the COVID strain, latest, please accept it, because I'm going to get it end of this week actually. So I would suggest you all do it, because COVID is all the time mutating. I think our religion has also told us that in the final days there'll be diseases of the world which can't be treated, and it's happening before our eyes. We can see all this genocide taking place, all these new diseases, floods, everything. So it is all Akhir Zaman which is with us, and we have to really be careful. Sadaqallahu al-Aliyyul Azim. That's all, Hassan. Hassan, yeah. Any questions?
Anybody wants to make a comment or something what Dr. said, or anything? You've got plenty of time, yeah?
Regarding this COVID, I've been receiving constantly from my GP. I've already had 6 doses.
Yeah.
And I feel after reading so many sort of articles, and also the inquiries, which you probably might be knowing, done in the parliament, you know, when they sit and are asked questions, those ministers who are sort of responsible for this particular thing, you see, the vaccination.
Yeah.
And after the Pfizer and some other are going sort of
Moderna,
at the moment investigated by Moderna, because they seem to have taken drugs. There's so many complications. It makes you wonder whether it is advisable. And you can see now people are not waiting. I mean,
Indeed.
So I felt
Good
I should
to-
go there. I'm a bit
Yeah, I,
People suffering from heart disease.
yes.
The after effects, the reaction, some of the people who have suffered to this day,
Yes.
that has made me a bit hesitant, you know.
Well, I think you are right to be worried, but I myself have had a bypass, triple bypass, and I'm still taking the regular COVID whenever, because we have to rely on our medical experts. Like in relation, we refer to Agha Sistani for the final addicts in religion. We have our own experts in medicine, like the chief medical officer, and he wouldn't lie because he does go through a lot of research. He publishes papers. So we listen to them. So if we are often it, we take it. People have died of COVID in Kenya. Mullah Asghar's brothers died of COVID. Mahmoud Ali, his wife, died of COVID because they didn't have the vaccine. Now we are being offered it free. I think we are doing kufran and ni'mat not to take it.
But have we not reached that stage of herd immunity?
Not yet, because
Herd immunity, it seems to me, if we have, then what's the necessity of
I think the COVID is mutating all the time. And this our religion has told us there'll be diseases which will be incurable in the final days. I think you would be expert at that more than me. So so there'll be a lot of diseases which are incurable, and this is one of them. These are signs of Akhir Zaman.
Talking about COVID, the vaccination, there has been the alternative explanation about COVID vaccination. Now it has been found out that the Pfizer vaccination did not have 98% efficacy, but it had only 8% efficacy. So also the side effects of the Pfizer vaccine have been so enormous. And the people who did not take, for example, 10% of the staff at NHS, they did not take a vaccine. And they are all okay. So it seems the vaccine did not do much. And those who have taken the vaccine, especially the Pfizer one, they have been suffering from side effects. I think you need to mention, I know you are a doctor, and doctors tend to be biased towards orthodox medicine. I'm sorry to say that. But the orthodox medicine is geared towards making money for the pharmaceutical industry. So there is an alternative explanation that I think you need to mention.
You see, the thing is, there's no treatment for COVID till now. Nobody has found a treatment for COVID. So if we are offered something which can prevent it, it's better because people have died of it. As I've said, Dr. Kumar's 5 family members have died of it. My own niece died of COVID, young girl, she died of COVID. Sajjad Bawazir's brother Ashik died of COVID. So I think it is killing a lot of people. So we shouldn't take it lying down. Now, to get more media coverage, people publish all sorts of things to try and put their name in the papers. But I think we should be very wary of that. I would go by the chief medical officer's advice.
There is another school
Yes.
of thought,
Yeah.
and that is, normally, in order to produce a vaccine, normally it takes at least 10 years.
Yes.
Pfizer has used a different method, other than the one used by Oxford.
Yes.
Pfizer has used some kind of synthetic within 2 years, and that is something which the medical doctors and scientists are querying, are questioning about. Whether it was the right thing to take that type of vaccination, because there are different types. It takes 10 years. These 2 years they just produce it like that. It makes you wonder.
See, because COVID is mutating all the time.
Yes, no,
It
I'm
is.
not talking about COVID mutating. I'm talking about the way the vaccine was produced
Yes.
by Pfizer
Yeah.
just within 2 years.
Yeah.
And the amount of money that they have made, which
Yeah.
normally everyone says,
Yes.
all the experts, that it should take at least 10 years.
That is very
That is
true.
something which
But COVID is mutating as we speak. For example, the COVID of last year is different from the COVID now. It is totally different. So it mutates all the time. Now, if we get a vaccine which will help, we have to accept it and do tawakkal Allah after that. What else can we do? Otherwise, people die of COVID. I've just for Dr. Kumar's 5 family members, and I've got a message from the NHS, people are dying of COVID here. So we should be careful. It is a matter of taking precautions. Anything? Sorry. So it's a matter of taking precaution. It is true, vaccine takes long to develop, but they have to do it fast because the COVID is mutating as we go. Like Omicron of last year is different from the Omicron of this year. So what can they do? They have to produce it as fast as possible to save the people.
Has this vaccination, when it started, there was a lot of deaths before. I personally feel that the vaccination given to us has saved lives.
Yes, in the beginning,
It has saved lives.
what about now? I'm saying.
No,
I've had 6 doses already.
I know.
Should I give you
So have I.
pumping my
Now,
body?
they've told me, you want another one. Like you, I'm now debating. I'm debating.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one. You're not the only one. So according to the report, many people, the vast majority of the people now, they just don't want to get
I don't know for sure because my son says, go ahead, Dad, you take it, you know.
Yes.
It's not going to harm you. You had only 6.
Yes. No problem. Yes. I think that's the spirit. I think we should be with the people because if it can kill, and in the NHS have said many people are dying of COVID, so we have to accept their word for it. We don't know ourselves, but this is what the chief medical officer advises, so we go by his.
Do you know the rate of death occurring in this country due to COVID now?
I don't know that. I have not. Because this is the latest thing. So we're still working on it. They're still working on it. They haven't produced the statistics yet.
Very interesting. What's your take on this, Doctor?
I've only taken 3 because I wanted to go for ziyarah. No more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it depends upon individual bodies.
Yeah. Sure.
Is young,
Yeah.
strong, maybe we have crossed the age of 80, so we are a bit
Actually, I had side effects with the first vaccine, which is the Oxford one, the one you're mentioning. I had side effects with that. I had a lot of diarrhea with that. But with the Pfizer, I had no problem. Even with the other one, I didn't have any side effects. I had no side effects at all.
The company is not giving any guarantee.
Yes.
Nobody get.
Basically, if they think that this is going to work, then they should give a guarantee. Because lots of people have got lots of bad side effects.
I don't know about side effects because I haven't had any side effects myself, and the people I've spoken to haven't had side effects. But sometimes a side effect can be due to other conditions you have. Because, for example, you've got bronchiectasis, and that can have its own problem.
Yeah, but the thing is that there are different side effects.
Yeah.
Differentiate between this.
Indeed. That is true. That's very true.
I know people who have suffered different type of side effects. One of it is speech,
Yes.
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Another one is balance, walking.
Yeah.
They say to me, this happened only after
Yes.
it is a side effect of the
Some have special forces.
You see, if you look at side effects, if I give you a side effect of paracetamol, you'll never take it. Paracetamol causes liver damage in a higher dose. A higher dose can actually damage your liver. So you won't take paracetamol? We have to choose between one and the other.
It's the problem.
Everything has side effects.
Because I've been taking soluble aspirin for a long time. My doctor says to me, they've been taking, have this tablet to counter effect of anything. So they keep.
Yeah. Same with me. I'm taking soluble aspirin and meprazole as well. So it is one of the things.
What is the Quranic version? What is the Quranic one? How would the Quran is interpreted?
I don't know. I think in our religion we are told we should, at least our Ayatollah Sistani has said, if somebody, if you haven't taken the COVID vaccine, from what I read from his Risala, he said if you haven't taken the COVID vaccine and you infect somebody, he dies of it, you're liable for giving blood money to him, to his relatives. So that's why I told Sustanis. So I can only go by the experts, not my own.
Doctor, apart from vaccine, what other method or what other spiritual exercise you should do to compete with all this kind of disease? Are there any other methods?
There's no other, so far, there is, because COVID is a new disease, as it is predicted, with religious books, that in the last days there will be a disease which will be incurable. And this is incurable. And it's, to prevent it is almost impossible. Because we know, my niece had it, as I told you, it's a young girl, and she died. Ashik Bawajir died of it. So we have seen it ourselves.
Yeah, I think most of us have experienced death in the family because of
Yes.
COVID. I personally, my sister passed away of COVID
Of course.
in Tanzania.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law passed away of
Yes.
COVID. So,
Yes. Yes, and they don't get COVID vaccines here, while we get it free of charge here, and we're kicking the bucket. We're saying, Kufran and Amat, I would call it.
Are there any other things, herbal or any other
Nothing has been described yet. Because COVID is a new disease. I don't think anything has come up with herbs or anything to prevent it. So far, nothing.
I had a message from my surgery
Yes.
asking me, after having taken COVID, that are you experiencing brain fog or memory problem after having COVID-19? So there must have been a lot of people having this problem. The surgery actually to warn me about it.
No, I think, you see, to protect themselves in any new drug, they'll put all sorts of side effects to protect themselves. For example, because of that medicine that causes cyclophosphamide, that causes people to be born with deformed babies without legs. So from that time, they add side effects which don't exist, so that they cover their books, their back, you see. So nobody can sue them.
Side effects, they always write it on the thing, on the side.
Yeah.
But when they give a warning like this,
Yeah, they would always do that. They would always do that because they have to protect themselves. If tomorrow you had the problem of memory loss, then you say, I have had memory loss. I said, you won't.
I think that's very interesting because
Yeah.
all these medicine, they have all the
Side effects.
protected with side
Yes.
effects. But they never send you a warning like this. The only time you get warning like this is particularly for some drugs where you're supposed to not give it to the people, pregnant ladies or people with epilepsy, things like that.
Yes.
They give you a specific warning. When we dispense, we make sure. So this is that type of drug.
But I think because this is a new disease, a new vaccines, they have to take extra precautions. You say, then it's up to individual choice.
I think that's very interesting because when this vaccination came out, where all these professors who gave us on the screens, yeah, they never mentioned the side effects of. I can't remember seeing any. They say, "Oh, you have this, you have this," but they never mentioned.
Because
And it's very wrong.
Pfizer were hiding all the side effects.
Absolutely, there's something wrong somewhere.
Now, the doctor was asking if there is an ayah in the Holy Quran about this. The ayah is very, very strong. If you are sure that by not taking a medicine you're going to suffer or you're going to die, then you must take it. The Quran says in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. Do not destroy yourself. Halak, halak, halak.
Yes.
Do not destroy by your own hands. Do not throw yourself. Do not throw yourself by your hand
Surah Al-Baqarah. Thank you. Can you pass it to me, please? Please pass it to me.
ID is the head.
Yes.
Tulku, do not throw
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Tahaluka is halak.
Yes.
But if you are sure that this is going to harm me, then don't do it.
Yes.
If you know that I have to take this, but I'm not taking the. See, I know. For example, I don't want to name names, but somebody preached in Stanmore here, on our member here, one of the Maulanas, and I've heard it. I actually heard it myself. He said, if you read Ziyat-e Waritha or Ziyat-e Ashura, one of these, for 40 days, even if you have blockage in your heart, it's going to disappear. We are told dawa and dua.
Yeah.
Dawa and dua.
Yeah.
So, you have to use your common sense.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want the ayat, please. Pass it to me. Thank you. We always learn. We're always learning.
I think we finished now. We'll ask Rahman to say Noah for us before Yasin. Is that okay?
Ahsan, Jazakallah. Ahsan.
I just saw him come in, so I don't know where he is. Rahman, are you around? Oh, please, Rahman.
نعرے تکبیر، نعرے رسالت، نعرے حیدری، صلوات. It was requested by Mu'minin, always we recite about Imam Hussein, so it was requested about to recite Imam Hassan alayhi salam. Salawat. مرتضیٰ کے پسر فاطمہ کے جگر اے امام حسن تیری کیا بات ہے، خود نبی نے کہا تجھ کو اپنا بدن، اے نبی کے بدن تیری کیا بات ہے، مرتضیٰ کے پسر فاطمہ کے جگر اے امام حسن تیری کیا بات ہے، تیری تخلیق مخلوق سے ہے جدا، تو طہارت کی جولی میں نازل ہوا، تیری تخلیق مخلوق سے ہے جدا، تو طہارت کی جولی میں نازل ہوا، گلشن فاطمہ میں تجھے دیکھ کر حور و غلمان اور قدسیوں نے کہا، باغ زہرا میں تجھ سے بہار آ گئی، اے بہار چمن تیری کیا بات ہے، خود نبی نے کہا تجھ کو اپنا بدن، اے نبی کے بدن تیری کیا بات ہے، تیری مادر سی مادر کسی کی نہیں، تیرا نانا نبی جیسا کوئی نہیں، تیری مادر سی مادر کسی کی نہیں، تیرا نانا نبی جیسا کوئی نہیں، تیرے بھائی حسین جیسا کوئی نہیں، تیرے بابا علی جیسا کوئی نہیں، ہم نے عالم کا تجھ کو پیمبر کہیں، ہم نے عالم کا تجھ کو پیمبر کہیں، میرے مولا حسن تیری کیا بات ہے، مرتضیٰ کے پسر فاطمہ کے جگر، اے امام حسن تیری کیا بات ہے، خود نبی نے کہا تجھ کو اپنا بدن، اے نبی کے بدن تیری کیا بات ہے، جیسے قرآن زمانے میں لاریب ہے، تو بھی ایسے ہی دنیا میں لاریب ہے، جیسے قرآن زمانے میں لاریب ہے، تو بھی ایسے ہی دنیا میں لاریب ہے، مصطفیٰ مرتضیٰ سیدہ فاطمہ وہ بھی بے عیب ہیں، تو بھی بے عیب ہے، تیرے صلحوں میں مزمل ہے حق کی فتح، تیرے صلحوں میں مزمل ہے حق کی فتح، ابن خیبر شکن تیری کیا بات ہے، مرتضیٰ کے پسر فاطمہ کے جگر، اے امام حسن تیری کیا بات ہے، خود نبی نے کہا تجھ کو اپنا بدن، خود نبی نے کہا تجھ کو اپنا بدن، اے نبی کے بدن تیری کیا بات ہے، صلوات.
You ask Mustafa by recitation Surah Yasin for us.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مكمهون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاء المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا مهدرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا من حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالأرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلق يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها مؤردين وإذا قيل لهم انفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا مهدرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم ما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لتمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نؤمر نكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوب ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند مهدرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناهم من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأ أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر ألا أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل سورة المباركة الفاتحة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم
Today we are commemorating the 40th Majlis of Marhuma Layla Bai Wali Muhammad Keshaji. Please, and all Marmin, please say Fatiha for all Marmin. Al-Fatiha. I'll make this another announcement. I made it earlier on for those people who have come late. This is to do with the College Seniors Network are holding Eid Fitr celebration on Sunday, 19th of May at Hydri Islamic Center. We are trying to arrange a transport from Stanmore to go to Hydri. We need to know the number of people who want to come with us so that we can hire a coach. So if you could kindly let us know by 8th of May, Wednesday 8th of May. That's the last date that we'll take names on so that we can arrange how many people the coach will take, yeah? Also, if possible, if you could let us know by 1st of May how many people are coming so that we can let the Hydri people know for catering purposes. They need some time to arrange the catering. So I hope that's clear. And all this information Azad Dala will be putting in on WhatsApp Senior Citizen Network. Thank you very much indeed. May I ask...
السلام عليك يا رسول الله السلام عليك يا نبي الله السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء السلام عليك يا حسن المصطفى السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين مظلوم شهيد كربلاء السلام عليك يا أبو الفضل العباس السلام عليك يا أولاد الحسين وأصحاب الحسين السلام عليك يا علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي السلام عليك يا صاحب الزمان الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كل وليك حجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنوا أرزقا طوى وتمتعوا فيها